Hi Twin Flames Highlight Workers, Lisha Nandi here again with another video. And this video is going to be about the seventh and final chakra. I'm so thankful and so happy that you guys are here with me. And I just want to see how you guys are doing this week. This is the last video I'm going to do for this series. But I just want to know in the comment section if you guys have had any profound events happening, or if you've had any changes in anything, or if you just experienced a peace or a more sense of calm. It's always good to know what these videos are actually doing for you guys. And so I would appreciate any kind of comments you would be able to leave with me, and in order for me to know exactly how these videos are affecting you. Also, I just wanted to say that it's been a very good experience for me. Just doing these videos for you guys has helped me out so much. And I just want to thank you guys because it's just amazing for me to be able to share the knowledge that I've been able to get just from doing the research alone, but also seeing the things happening in my own personal journey that have been, turning around for me. And, this week I had some situations where I was just feeling a lot of heaviness, heavy energy, dense energy, off and on. And it was just kind of like, I would go to work and sometimes I would just feel like, I just want to get the day over with and get home. I just feel like I want to be at home sometimes, not, at work or not outside. And it just, was a lot on me this week. It seems like emotionally. I was dealing with so much on my own, and nothing physically, really, not too much physically anyway, but it just was a sense of, weighed downness and heaviness. And I do know that there's, something going on astrologically that, it has something to do with this. And I've heard that there's going to be some type of eclipse. I'm not an astrologer, so I don't know all the details, but I do know that there are things that are affecting us that's going on with the moon cycle. And so, I feel all that. I sense it all. If I was more well versed in it, I'd be able to share more about it with you guys. But since I'm not, I just have to go with what I feel. I told you guys I'm clairsentient, so I feel a lot. And so, it can be overwhelming at times. I'll feel people's energy around me at work, or I'll feel people's energy, just in general. Even if people want to talk to me, or if they want to, like, family members or anybody that might have issues going on, I'll pick up on that. And, it's one of those things when you are very in tune with spirit and with other people's spirit, and especially those who are close to you, it's very easy to pick up on their energy. And sometimes it might not be, the most brightest energy that you can experience. So, and when those type of dense, dull energies come at you, you have to know how to ground. You have to learn how to be able to use the techniques and the meditation practices that you've been using to even heal your own self, to go through and cleanse those energies out of your body too. And so today I went to the beach and I grounded, and it was really hard. I'm going to tell you guys, it was hard for me to get up out of my apartment and go to the beach today because I just wanted to stay in bed. I actually stayed in bed until well into the afternoon. And I even went to bed pretty early last night, like around 9:45. And so, that's uncommon for me to want to stay in bed that long. And so I was really kind of relying on my spirit guides and my angels and my spirit babies to help me get out of the bed and help me get going. So today I was able to finally do it, and I got into my car and I went to the beach, and it was kind of overcast when I got to the beach, and I was just kind of like, well, I'm going to still go. My spirit guides were nudging me that I needed to be there. And so I still went, and I got there, and at the little part of the beach that I go to, it's not as many people there, but there were people there today because it was a Sunday. And usually I go during the week when there's not hardly anyone, on the beach. But I went today, and it was a Sunday, and I had this day off from work. And so, I was able to go. And there were, quite a few people on this section of the beach that I usually go to. But I still ended up getting out of my car and going and sitting on the beach. And the weather wasn't too bad. It was still kind of brisk, It was around 61 degrees. I put a little short on the channel for you guys to see it, But it was, it was different because it was overcast. And usually when I go, it's very sunny outside. But today it was kind of overcast. But where I live, I only live about 15 minutes away from the beach, but where I live, it was actually sunny. And so that was different. It was very sunny and the clouds were out, and it was blue skies right above my apartment. But then when I headed towards the beach, it got more and more cloudy and looked like it was just dismal. But I got there anyway. I went and I sat out on the beach, and it wasn't too windy, so I was able to enjoy the air and the breeze. And it was really nice, and the sand was cool under my feet, but it wasn't, too hot, and it wasn't too cold. So it was just kind of the right temperature to be there. And, the people that were there were just having a good old time. They were in the water, even though I didn't get in the water this time. I do sometimes, but not this time, because I just wanted to kind of enjoy the air, the fresh air, and clear my thoughts. I was there to just clear my thoughts and just to be able to feel that sense of connection with the earth, and walking on the sand barefoot gives me that. And so, I just enjoyed watching the other people have a great time too. And I ended up turning on some music and just started dancing around and bopping my head. And it was just so good. It was so good for me to do that, and my spirit babies were like, "Yay, mommy, you did it." They were like, "You got out there, even though it was hard for you to get out of the bed today and just go." I still did it. And I was so thankful and happy to do that. So shout out to my spirit baby. Shout out to my spirit team for helping me get up and get out of here and do what I needed to do today to help clear out the dense energies. And then, as a matter of fact, on the way back from the beach, I was only there for like maybe an hour. And that was enough time. That was enough time to sit there, to take in the fresh air, to really enjoy myself. And then I came back, and, I had the teddy bear in the car, and another stuffed, and it's a stuffed figure that I had in the car that reminded me of some past experiences that I told you guys about in my previous videos, and I had been needing to let go of, and they were in my trunk. And so I told you guys I was going to give these items away so that hopefully a child or some lucky children can get a hold of them and be able to, use them, because I didn't need them anymore, and these were part of the dream that I told you guys about that I had. I think I told you guys in the last video, that I had a dream that I was going to be releasing a lot of old stuff from my life. And so these two particular stuffed animals and things were reminding me of past relationships that I had been in. And so I went ahead and put them in a plastic bag so they wouldn't get messed up. And I put them in a drop box for the Salvation Army to pick up. And so hopefully, they'll make it to the Salvation Army, and they'll be able to get into the hands of a lucky child or someone who would want them and be able to use and get comfort from them, because they serve their purpose for me. And just things like that just make you just really feel more at peace, when you can do something nice for someone else. And I don't necessarily feel like those articles were things that I needed to I actually said a prayer over them before I let them go. And so that was one of the things that really helped me, just to say a prayer to release the energy. And it's getting me a little emotional now, because sometimes when you want to release something, it's not so easy. And so, sometimes you hang on to it to the point where you carry it around with you, you keep it with you, like that was a symbol of me holding on. By having it in my car, I took it from my apartment to my car and didn't get any farther than that with it. But, I finally did it today. I finally did it. And that was one of the biggest things I could have done to help myself to let go of some old relationships that no longer serve me. And, to just wish them well in my heart, and to be able to let go and allow that energy to go where it needs to go and flow out of me in a way whereas I can hold on to something new. I can start making room for something new in my life, And so that was something that I feel was a blessing. And that, if I didn't do anything else today, I'm making this video for you guys. That's one big blessing. And then, giving those stuffed animals away is another big blessing for me. That might have been the biggest blessing of my day, to be able to know that they're going to be in a, in a better place now. or a place that they're, more welcomed and more needed. So I hope you guys can do something like that for yourself in the next few days, because it'll really make a difference in how you feel about yourself, about how you're able to get through things. A lot of these things that you dream about or that you reflect on when you're in your shadow moments or your dark nights of the soul are things that are helping you to release old energies and old relationships, old thought processes, old beliefs. And that's exactly going to tie into what we're talking about today, which is our crown chakra. Okay. So our crown chakra is the seventh chakra, and its element is actually thought. Okay, so this is why you get emotional when you have thoughts about releasing things, because you attach sentimental value to items, articles of clothing, or, you might have gone somewhere and had a really good time and a dress you wore, and you still keep it in your closet, even though you can't wear it anymore. It's still there, and, maybe someone else could get good use out of that dress. It's still a nice dress. And so, you just are hesitant to let it go because it has that emotional meaning to you, but you still have those thoughts. You still have those memories. It's okay to let things go, and that, allow other people to, to benefit from them, especially if they're still in good condition, and you're not using it. It's just good to let those things go. It could be shoes, it could be clothes, it could be things that you've made, even artwork, something that can maybe cheer someone else up, a stranger even. A lot of us, we do have gifts about our, like as far as artwork and, being able to create things is concerned, pottery or paintings or just, whatever it is, jewelry even, a lot of us are making jewelry and selling jewelry for, part of our income. As spiritual beings, we do have that gift. There's lots of things you can do. Like a lot of people sell crystals. A lot of people, will make jewelry from different stones and sell that. So anything you can do like that is just giving. That is just creating more positive energy for the people that you're, making these things for. Is going to just make you feel that much more fulfilled and that much more energetic. All right, so just find something you can do to give this week. That's what I can say. All I can say is that, when you give more, you get more in return, but that's not why you do it. You give so that you can feel more at peace within, so that you can make someone else happy, and that in turn makes you happy. It just works that way. It's just a circle. It's a cycle of giving and taking, giving and taking. And so when you're able to give, you're able to receive more. All right, so let's go ahead and continue to talk about the crown chakra. And it is located at the top of the head, just above your head. Also, it can be in the space right above your head as well. It can extend up and out, okay? The organs that are associated with the crown chakra are the brain and the nervous system, and also the pineal gland and the pituitary gland as well. Anything dealing with, the brain and the nervous system, in fact. It represents spiritual consciousness and connection to spirit. It is also representing self-awareness and transformation. The color of the crown chakra can be either violet or white, and I usually choose white when I'm speaking of the crown chakra, because I feel it's a symbol of purity, a symbol of, just an emblem of, what we consider pure and whole and bright, full of light and emitting light, okay? So it connects you to your higher self, Father, Mama, Source, Creator, whatever you choose to call your Creator, and your angels and spirit guides. And another thing I wanted to kind of tie in here is when you are grounding, you're actually bringing energy in from Gaia or Mother Earth. Okay, so that's what happens when you're connecting with your root chakra, right? So when you are connecting with the earth and all living things, you are present in the now. And this is how you heal your root chakra. But when you are going to connect in your crown chakra, you're going to be doing it from the opposite direction. So you're actually using meditation and chanting or visualization techniques to allow your mind to flow more easily and freely. And that will connect you with spirit. So you're actually connecting to the higher realms when you are accessing your higher self and when you are utilizing your crown chakra. So the reason why we are, really studying how all of the different chakras work is because when I tell you that, you guys, that they are connected, they are connecting each other as well. So when you, kind of like when you light one up, you start lighting up the rest of them, because you're able to really see the energy come flowing in, and it starts, that's what your kundalini activation is. Okay, when you're starting to feel the heat and the sensation of your chakras aligning through your meditation or through your breath work or chanting, that's when you actually get in tune with your Shiva and Shakti spirits. And those are actually your energy coils that are coming up through your base or your root chakra. And so when you're looking at it when you're looking at it in that way and in that sense, you're able to see how much more energy flows through your chakra system and up to the crown chakra, which illuminates and brightens your whole energy body. Okay, so in order for you to really get the benefits out of your crown chakra, you're going to need to heal all of the ones prior. And that's what I'm getting at, is that all of the other 6 chakras need to be working fully and healthy and being, and spinning in the right motion and all connected and in balance before you can really, really, truly see the benefits of your crown chakra being activated. Now, that is not to say that you can't see things happening, already in your everyday life as far as your crown chakra is concerned. Obviously, you do have a spiritual sense about you, or you wouldn't be researching this or here on this channel. But in order for you to really get the benefits of your chakra and your crown chakra being activated, you really need to heal all of the other 6 chakras, or at least make sure that you are doing what you need to do to practice balancing them out every day. It's a daily practice. It's a daily practice because they all work in sync. They all work in sync. And so if one of them is out of alignment, you're going to feel it affecting the others. Okay. And it doesn't mean you have to do chakra cleansing every single day for each chakra. It just means that you need to be aware, be aware of your energy body, be aware of what's causing you to feel drained and exhausted, and be aware of things that might help you feel less, out of balance. So if you feel like, you're having gut problems, or that you're having, chest pains or something like that, do a chakra meditation that is specifically to that heart chakra or to that solar plexus chakra. You don't have to do all of the chakras every single day unless you feel like it, But it's helpful to know when one chakra is needing more focus or attention than the others. That way you can get back in tune, get back in balance, and you can keep going on to your meditation practice and your chakra healing practice, or however you choose to allow that to work for you. It'll just make your meditation and your energetic healing much easier. Okay, so those are 2 things. Like I said, the root chakra and the crown chakra are really important as far as drawing energy from Mother Earth and from your higher realm, from, the source, creator, or the universe. And I call, our creator Father, Mama. So this is why you need to really know where your source of energy is coming from. When I go outside and go to the beach, or when I walk barefoot in the sand, I'm grounding, I'm connecting with the earth, I'm getting all of those good nutrients that are coming through my body, especially when you walk through soil and dirt on the grass and stuff like that. Though there are lots of good elements that come through from your soles of your feet. And there are things that are, minerals that are coming through from the ground that you actually need for your body. Okay, so when you're walking barefoot, you do benefit from that. And so a lot of times people, like I said, they don't want to necessarily take their shoes off when they're going outside, but it is helpful because you will get the benefits of having minerals coming through your actual physical body through the soles of your feet when you're walking barefoot on the ground. Okay. And that will also provide you with different things that are helping with your energy body. Okay, that it's just the energy you feel from the living things. Like I told you, you're connected to all living things. As you're on the spiritual journey, you're going to feel more connected to all things that are living. And so you're going to see that when you're out in nature, you're going to just feel everything around you more and more. Even the things that you feel like might not have, a living or breathing, but like, like I told you guys, even rocks or things like, the sand, just having your hand on the rock or your feet in the sand, it gives you energy because everything holds energy. Okay, stones hold energy. They may not be breathing, but they hold energy. They have their own way of breathing. The energy is their breath. Okay, so, and that's what we call prana, or that's what we call chi or life force. So just know that everything has a life force, and so you can always gather from that. When you're experiencing holding a crystal, or when you're experiencing holding a stone, a precious stone, or just any stone, you're actually getting that life energy from that source. All right. So those are also ways to continue to heal your chakras, is by just touching something that has life source in it. All right. The keywords that we're going to talk about now, I want you to close your eyes and to focus on the keywords that I'm going to say, and hopefully they will bring to mind some things that are associated with the crown chakra that maybe you have experienced, or maybe we'll see if these spark anything in your consciousness when you hear them. Okay. Peace, unconditional love, harmony, balance, higher self, joy, contentment, free, flowing thoughts, wisdom, self-aware, enlightened, conscious, elevation, ascension, headspace, universe, clear-headed, spiritually awakened, cosmic energy, meaning, divine inner knowing. Okay, so what did that bring to mind when you heard those words? And if you felt like they weren't connecting, then that's okay. We're here to talk about how you can connect them back, how you can make, your crown chakra activated in such a way whereas you feel connected to all those words that I just said. All right. And, a lot of times people feel as though they just don't have a connection with a lot of things, with whether it's spiritually speaking or people, a lot of a lot of spiritual people might not really truly feel that they're connected with people, with others, as much. But it's okay. It's okay to not feel as connected with people, as long as you feel connected to your creator, your source, as long as you're aligned, with the creator and what's in you and your higher self, then you can automatically rest assured that you're going to connect with people, because you're actually giving off an energy that is just so beautiful that is going to draw people to you, attract people to you. And so I feel like a lot of times, even me, as an introvert, that I am, and a lot of times I feel like, I don't really have a lot of friends per se. I don't hang out a lot or have people that I go out with. I'm really pretty much a loner, or someone that kind of just sticks to themselves. But at the same time, wherever I go, people are just naturally drawn to me, and they do come up to me and they say things to me, or they ask me questions, or they, give me compliments, or whatever it is that might, make them they feel something about my presence. They feel something that uplifts them, or they'll feel something that makes them happy, because, I'm at peace, or I'm coming around with an energy that is welcoming and that's loving and warm, especially when I sing. And so that is something that I feel blessed to be able to share with you guys, because when I'm doing these things, like, these videos, when I'm starting these, different types of series, it's because I've been led by my spirit to do so. It's because it connects me with you guys in a way, whereas I might not be able to do that, if I'm just out and about. And, so people, that do see me when I'm out and about and that are feeling that energy is because I'm doing things like this with you guys, and I'm doing things like singing, and I'm doing things like allowing myself to heal. I allow myself to let go of what no longer serves me. And so that creates more beautiful, bright light within me and allows me to be able to make people feel at peace and calm whenever I'm around. And so I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining me, because whatever I do that helps you, it's going to help me feel so much, more at peace and calm and happy to know that I'm doing something that is giving back to this spiritual community. And not only the spiritual community, but everywhere I go, like I said, and everywhere you go, once you're on your healing journey, you're going to see that as well. You're going to have people coming up to you. You're going to have people saying things to you, giving you compliments. They're just going to see you, and some of them are just going to stare at you like, wow. And they're going to have a smile on their face because they're going to see how happy you are, how beautiful and how bright you are, because your light is shining so bright that they're going to just be attracted to you naturally, So I just want to tell you guys to keep staying encouraged and to keep going on your journeys, because this is what you're going to experience, this is what you're going to offer to others, as well as to be able to offer yourself just that peace, that inner knowing, that alignment with your creator. And it's going to help you feel like you can tackle anything. I just feel a lot of times like I can just go anywhere, do anything. I don't have the resources right now to be able to travel like I want to, but once I do get them, I'm going to travel as much as I can, because I don't feel anything is holding me back anymore. I went to New York for 2 months, right during the pandemic. That's when I had a little something, a little change, to be able to do that with. But now, I'm in a position where as I'm waiting for or healing my my energy body, so that I can allow more abundance to flow freely in, and that hopefully will allow me to be able to travel more in the near future. And so, I'm setting it. I set aside time off from work already to try to, anticipate and be hopeful about resources coming in so that I can travel. And that's one thing that, you might want to think about, even if it's not far, even if you're not going far, or having these long, elaborate, vacations. You can still plan a staycation. You can still start to plan, some time off, so that you can have time for yourself to just do something fun that you enjoy. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money, especially if you're not working with a very big budget like me. But you can set aside time off now, so that you can not wait till, summer's here and gone, and then you're realizing, oh my gosh, I didn't even take time off for myself, and your vacation days are still piling up, and you just need to, just do something for yourself. And, this is what I want you guys to start thinking about, is how to spend more time doing things you love to do, how to spend more time being balanced and being more at peace, and helping yourself to let go of all the things that you don't need to hang on to anymore. And don't feel like you're, restricted in any way, because the world is your oyster, okay? You have whatever you need at your access, is accessible to you whenever you want it, because you're a spiritual being who is here having a human experience, and you can call on your angels and spirit guides anytime to help you get to where you need to go in this life, in this journey. I have friends that are so blessed. I've been so blessed to be able to have, and that is Amelia and Andrew. And I'm going to give them a shout out right now, because I was just so happy to see them recently acquire a place of their own, and to be able to be in an area where they love and can connect with nature, and they don't have to, work these full-time jobs, like a lot of us do. They can do what they do, and they can allow themselves to really heal and be in nature, and to feel the energy that comes from being outside, because of the lifestyle that they've chosen. They're kind of like, nomadics. And so they are able to go wherever they want to and do this. And so they just have that lifestyle, and I just admire them so much. And I want to send them a shout out and send them love in this video, because I feel like they have just really come a long way. When I met them, they were in a tight spot, and they were, they're now able to feel free and more at peace. And so I just want to send you guys love, because I love you guys so much. And hopefully we can talk soon again and have another, another chat If you guys haven't checked out my interview with Amelia and Andrew, please do that, because they are such a beautiful couple, and you'll learn a lot from their twin flame journey as well. Okay, so just thankful that they were able to do this, and really be in tune with their higher selves, to the point where they could go and expand and go and travel and do all these things. They've lived a lot, they've done so much, and they're very young, and I admire that about them. But they are doing so much, and wherever they go, I know their presence is welcome wherever they are, because they have such a beautiful energy flowing through them. So moving on to the things that can help you heal your crown chakra, and we're going to talk about a few crystals right now. The moonstone is one stone that can help with healing your crown chakra. Clear quartz is another. Amethyst, which I love amethyst, is one. Tanzanite, selenite, and lepidolite. I don't know how to say that one that well, but lepidolite is another crystal that can help you to heal your crown chakra. Okay. And once I get more in tune and aware of what the crystals do, I'll be able to talk more on that. But right now I'm just starting. I'm just learning. So a lot of times I don't know how to pronounce these words, or, I'm just looking at these words and I'm like, okay, but, I'm just excited that soon I'm going to know what these words, how to say them, and know how to use crystals for myself. Okay. Another thing you can do is burn incense or candles when you're doing your meditation, or just when you're sitting in silence. That's also helpful. Okay. All right. And in most cases, as we have seen in the past 6 videos that I've done, there are foods that are actually healthy to eat when connecting to your 6 chakras. And we've talked about the foods that will help you with each chakra in each of the other previous videos. And most of them are based on the color that is associated with the chakra. However, for the crown chakra, something that is completely different with the crown chakra, they recommend that you do more of the fasting, okay, and abstinence. So fasting and abstinence and fasting in moderation, okay, are the best practices when you really want to heal or strengthen your crown chakra. And also drinking lots and lots of water, okay, because water is like the most purest element you can ingest into your body, and you need it. We're made up of what, 70-80% water. So we need to be able to continue to drink water on a daily basis. If you're not drinking enough water, please drink more water, because it is really crucial on your spiritual journey as well. The more you're able to connect with the element of water, you're actually hydrating yourself. You're keeping yourself in a state where you're balanced inside as well. So another thing you can take is drink a lot of teas. Teas are also really good for balancing you out, digestive wise, and also there's chamomile, and there's lavender teas, there's ginger teas, turmeric tea, detox teas, all these teas that are helpful as far as balancing out your body and ridding yourself of toxins. Okay. So what I want to say here about fasting is that fasting is a personal choice, okay? And it needs to be done carefully and not to the point where it causes you health risks. All right, so I've done some fasting in the past, and I've done, quite an extensive fast, but several times. But, you have to be really careful, because I don't want anybody to, get to the point where they're having health risks because of this. So you might want to check with a dietitian or physician first before fasting if you have certain health conditions already that are pre-existing, okay? But some examples of fasting are that you can do like a 24-hour fast where you do you drink nothing and you eat nothing for 24 hours. That can be like a reset for your body. It can help you by allowing yourself to just withstand, or abstain, and abstain from consumption. It's like a way of trying to train your body not to be consuming all the time. okay? And you don't have to do it, often, but it can be done every now and then when you want to feel like you can reset your body and make it so that you don't feel as burdened down by food, because a lot of times we'll spend so much time focusing on food or physical things that we just neglect our mental body, okay? Because our mental body is also a part of us, and we need to be able to feed it. Sometimes feeding it means reading, okay? Sometimes feeding your mental body means doing research, getting in tune with your spirit guides. And, how are you going to do that if you're full of a lot of, junk food and things that are weighing you down physically? You can't. So that's why I say fasting is a great way for you to balance out your physical body with your mental body and allow your mental body to have a little more freedom in terms of being able to absorb things that you're taking in, as far as when you're doing your meditation and when you're doing your reading and researching on your own, okay? Another type of fast you can do is a 3-day fast where you only drink water or juices. So that is something a lot of people do, when they want to detox as well. They will just drink juices, or they will do I've heard of somebody doing watermelon juice for 3 days, that helps a lot. Or, any type of juice, that you can use that's not too sugary, but that will help with detoxing and cleansing your colon. But you also want to make sure you stay hydrated, for sure drink water, because that will keep your hydration levels up, and you don't want to, get dehydrated and pass out, okay? So just make sure you're drinking a lot of water when you do something like a 3-day fast, okay? All right. And again, like I said, check with your physician or your dietitian before you go and do something like that. Or if you feel like you're getting lightheaded or feel like you're going to pass out or faint, please, just be careful, because you don't want that to happen, especially if you live alone. If you live alone and you don't want, something like that to happen while you're at home, for sure, we don't want that, okay? All right. Signs of a blocked crown chakra are: you have a lack of faith or belief in the divine. You feel cut off from your intuition or inner knowing, okay? You can feel too focused on materialism. That's a big one for a lot of people, they get so weighed down with the material things that they don't even recognize that their spiritual self is suffering. They just get so weighed down, with going and accumulating all the stuff, stuff. I've actually had to do, some retail fasting where as I, prevent myself from buying stuff, So, that's one thing you can also do, is prevent yourself from buying a bunch of stuff that you don't need. Do that, abstain, make sure you just, whatever you have to do, put your credit card on a temporary lock or whatever it is that you need to do to prevent yourself from spending money or doing things that is just, materialistic, okay? Because you can get sidetracked. You can get really, really distracted with a lot of that stuff. Always feeling like you have to have the newest this or newest that or the newest phone or whatever. I'm still working with an iPhone SE. That's what I've been using the whole time. I'm doing all this stuff and it still works really good. I'm gonna maybe need a new phone eventually, but right now it's still doing doing what it needs to do. It's giving what it needs to give. So I'm continuing to use it, and it's been helping me throughout all this time. Hey, I don't need no latest phone, but some people, they feel like they have to have it. More power to them. But see what you can do in your life without having to be always going and getting stuff. Okay, that is just gonna make you feel so much better. Also, if you can, train yourself not to need all the time, because most of the stuff you get, you don't really need it. A lot of the stuff we don't need. And if you were really out there living a minimalist life, then you would know what I'm talking about. And a lot of people I know that are still, able to watch these videos, but they're living a minimalistic life. I want to give you guys shout outs too, because, Some of you guys have been off the grid. Some of you guys are just out there doing your thing. You're very, you're very good at limiting your time on social media. You might not even spend too much time. You might really just be on social media because you're posting something that you've recorded for your channel or your page or whatnot, and so you're not really there because you're trying to keep up with everybody else. You're there because you're actually contributing, you're giving something, and you're using these platforms as a way to give. Okay, so I want to give shout outs to anybody out there who's really kind of like downsized their life to the point where they're just using a lot of the things that we have technologically just to help shed light on some things and bring positivity and good energy to others. By having your channels, your YouTube channels, or your Instagram pages, or your blogs. I just want to say thank you guys for all of the things that you do. If you weren't on these channels or pages, we wouldn't have the information that we need in order to move ahead and to be able to heal on this journey. So I just want to say thank you, and keep going with that. You've done so well to be able to train yourself to not have those things and not depend on materials so much. That it's a great example for people who are still kind of living in the matrix, somewhat, so to speak. Okay, you can show us that it can be done, and we know it. All right. So if you are able to get past focusing so much on your material, then you can really see how much more spiritual you can be. All right. But when your crown chakra is blocked, you just can't get past that physical. You always have to have proof when it comes down to looking for proof of stuff. When it comes to spiritual awareness, you're one of those that always need to see, and need to have physical signs or proof. Sometimes you're just going to have to, on this journey, especially this twin flame journey, you're going to need to rely on faith to get you through the circumstances that you're in, especially when you're in separation, because you don't have the physical proof in front of you that your twin flame is there for you, or that they'll even come back to you. You don't have any kind of physical proof, so you're really going to have to base your journey on faith. Okay, and this is what I've been doing. Like I told you guys, I have never met my twin flame. I have never had a conversation with him. I've never seen him in person. I just know who he is, because Spirit has led me to know, and I've been able to start my spiritual journey and my twin flame journey based on this information, but there's nothing else for me to go off of. I'm just patiently waiting for the day that I'll meet this man and be able to have a conversation with him. But until that happens, I'm just going to continue my spiritual journey. And that's really what this twin flame journey is all about. Your twin flame is there to actually show you who you are as a spiritual being, and to show you your power, show you how great you are and wonderful you are, by being the mirror that you need to see, because you guys are mirrors to one another. But you're also mirroring the things not only that are good, but you're mirroring also the things that need work. And so that's the reason why you get triggered on this journey, because your twin flame is going to be your biggest trigger, but they're also going to be your greatest love as well. And so, until the union happens, the thing you should be doing is practicing how to love yourself more each day, healing your chakras, which is why I'm making this series, because I feel like this is going to really benefit a lot of the twin flames out there in separation, okay? Because healing your chakras is just super important on this journey. And hopefully by now you guys have figured that out, and that's why you continue to watch with me, okay? So yeah, just realize that, you got to really base a lot of this journey on faith. And even when you're a light worker, you may not necessarily be a twin flame. You might just be someone out there who just loves to love, or just has a connection with Spirit, and you want to be able to share more things that you have within you, gifts that you have. You're going to be able to, or you're going to need to be able to use your faith to be able to go ahead and make decisions, such as, if you decide that you want to start your life over, if you want to start doing something, and you want to move to another location and start a practice or a spiritual practice, and you're giving up your full-time, job to do this, you're going to need to have faith that you can make it happen and make it work. Okay, so just know that your spirit guides and your angels are there to help you with that, And this is why they're there, because they are here to help us. And I told you guys, they want us to help. They want to help us. They want us to call on them for help. So please call on your spirit guides, your angels, for help when you need it, because they are there for that reason. They love it. They love to hear you say, you know, my guardian angel, would you please come help me with such and such? You know, they love to hear you say that. Archangels love to hear you call their name. They love to hear you say, Archangel Michael, please, you know, help me to cut cords from these people that I know are no longer serving me, and that I keep continuing to have, you know, thoughts about hanging around them, but I know that they're not for my highest good. Please help me to cut the cords of the people that I know that are just coming to me for the purpose of taking my energy away, and that are making me drained every day. You know, ask them. They will help you. They will love to help you. Please ask them for their assistance on this journey, because that is what you need, okay? And you're going to feel such a light, a burden lifted. You know, you're going to feel your energy body become more and more light, in as far as light in terms of weight. And you're going to start to see that you have more energy within. And, you know, these are the things that happen on this journey that are so beautiful, you know. And, you know, when we do this for ourselves, we're just really opening up doorways for us to be able to connect more with our higher self. So, and that should be an exciting thing for anyone on the spiritual journey. That should be the most exciting thing for you, is to be able to connect with your higher self, and to know that there is something greater in you that you can share with others, and that you have to even share with yourself, because, you know, your higher self is there. Like I told you guys, it's in the higher, but you're able to access it the more you're able to let go of all this dense energy that you don't need anymore, and to let go of all the things that are no longer serving you. You're able to incorporate your higher self more into this physical body. And that's why you're going to attract more beautiful things to you, because you're actually embodying that part of you that is super glowing, super, you know, full of light and love. Your unconditional love. You're going to be able to accept and hold on to more of that, and be able to, you know, to forgive more, and to love more, and to embrace more about this world that is so beautiful. There are things about this earth and this world and the people that are here that is beautiful, that we can access. You know, we just need to be able to let go of what all doesn't serve us in order for us to access it, and to see, you know, with clearer eyes, with our third eye, with the things that, you know, the things that are beautiful in this world. Because there's a lot of beauty still here, even though we see a lot that may not be beautiful on the news. You know, like I told you, limit yourself to what you're intaking as far as, you know, negativity is concerned, and start looking for the beauty in this world, looking for the beauty in others, looking for the good things in others, okay? Because that's what's going to help you attract more light and love into your life, okay? And also, to your twin flame is going to be attracted more to you once you're able to do that. Because if you can forgive your twin flame, if you can love and embrace your twin flame for who they are, and not worry about, you know, a lot of the things that might have caused you to be triggered in the past by them, you know, if you can see past that and realize that, you know, they all that they were doing was triggering you to become the best version of yourself. And if you can forgive and to let go of a lot of that, then you can also see how much more happier and fulfilled your life will be, and how much more you can be in tune with your spirit and your higher self. Okay, and you'll also see more abundance flowing into your life as well. Okay, so yeah, if you are suffering from a blocked crown chakra, you know, you're always constantly looking for that physical proof, but we're going to learn how you can clear that out in just a few minutes. All right. So you also maybe suffer from a lot of anxiety and depression, especially if you've gone through a lot of loss. Okay. So a lot of people who go through things that are, you know, detrimental, or they might experience some loss, they might, you know, it might make them turn away from a belief in a higher power or in a creator, you know, and they might want to try to use blame, or, you know, a lot of the things that are going on when you're suffering from, you know, an illness, or if you're, you know, like a terminal illness especially, or if you're going through having experienced a death of someone, a loved one, You know, the stages of grief are really big ones when it comes down to keeping you in a state of depression and just in a lower vibrational state. So I want to send healing and loving energy to anyone out there who is suffering from a loss, because I know it's hard to come up out of that. You know, I know it's hard to get out of the depression, and you know, and all the stages of grief that you go through. And you know, one of those can be denial. You know, you can be denial about what has happened. You know, or you can go through a period of blame. You know, and you might want to blame God or blame the Creator for having a lot of sadness in your life, and it might be causing you to have blocks in your crown chakra because you're just so bogged down with grief, that you can't see past what has happened, in the moment, and you're not able to really connect with your higher self because of that. So just know that you're loved. Know that your angels and spirit guides are still with you, and that you have all of the same access to your Creator still, even though you might be suffering and having doubts and feeling bitter. You can go through those emotions, but you want to release those, over time. You want to be able to start to look at the good in your life again. Start to find the good things that you can share with others again. Do something nice for someone. I know you might not feel like it, but just try to do something nice. If you are a seamstress, make somebody something nice to wear. Or if you like to knit, knit something for someone. Do something that will bring you some joy as well as others, to help get your mind off of a lot of the things that are making you sad. Okay. I just feel led to say that because I know there are people that are out there that are suffering from a lot of grief, from having lost people in their lives, or lost, just anything that has happened that have caused you to be sad. And I know that it can create, blocks in your crown chakra. So I just want to send you guys love and light and let you know that it's okay to have those emotions, but we just want to move past that when we feel we have the energy to do so, okay? And to be able to let go and allow more light to come into our energy body so that we don't get stuck in those lower frequency vibrations. All right? Okay. So another thing that you can experience is, like I said, if you tend to blame the universe for a lot of the things that are going on in your life, and you start to focus your attention on the negative things that are happening, then a lot of times you can't see the good in all the other things around you. And then, and if you don't have a more positive outlook on life, eventually the universe is just going to say, well, this person continues to stay in this negative energy, so this must be what they want more of. And that's what causes you to have a lot more of these negative loops in your life. Okay, so that's why you don't want to get stuck in a situation where you're depressed or sad all the time, because it can create a negative feedback loop where you send signals out to the universe, telling the universe that this is what your state of mind is, and this is what you want to continue to stay in. Okay, so if you want to break that cycle, you're going to have to start looking for the good and the positive things in your life again. Okay, otherwise the universe is just going to send you more of the same. All right, so that's really, really important for you to know. Okay, so going on to the next thing, which is physical signs of a blocked crown chakra. Okay, so you might have headaches or insomnia, lack of concentration. You might be self-destructive in your habits and behaviors, and you might be exhausted all the time. Okay, you might not have the energy you need in order to get up and do things, like I didn't have today until I decided to just listen to my spirit guides, and they gave me and prayed. I prayed to my spirit guides to help me get up out of the bed and get outside, and I did. Anxiety, you might have anxiety, you might have other disorders, and or depression. Okay, so we just talked about a lot of that just a minute ago. Now we're going to talk about ways to unblock your crown chakra. Okay, so what do you guys know I'm going to say already in terms of what to do to unblock your crown chakra? First and foremost, Meditation, yes, you got it. So meditation is the main thing, okay, that you're going to need to start practicing every day. And now this is something that I encourage you guys to practice every day, okay? And you definitely want to do, like I said, work your way up to 5 minutes and then work your way up to 10 and 15, okay? And the more you can do that, and the more you can sit in silence for at least 15 minutes a day, the more you're going to be able to clear out old thoughts, old negative patterns and beliefs, and be able to really embrace the love, the unconditional love that Father, Mama, and the Creator and Source has for you. Okay, so meditation is really like a spiritual bath. Okay, and I like to think of it that way because you're just cleansing yourself of all the negativity, all the negative thoughts, all the things that you just need to let go of. And so I just feel like it's just so rejuvenating for me. It just makes me feel so much more whole after I do my meditation. And like I told you guys, sometimes I can go up to an hour when I'm meditating because I just love it so much. And when you fall in love with your spiritual journey and your spiritual walk, you start to see that there are so many things that you can benefit from when it comes to your spiritual practices. And you might, find a new way of meditating. You might find a way that works for you. Some people like to sit in the yoga pose. Some people like to just lay flat on the ground. Sometimes I'll do some of everything. I might even lay on my bed because it's much softer, but I will, have my hands over my chest. And I'll do my breathing exercise. Let's do 3 together right now. Now that we're starting. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Hold it. Exhale through the mouth. One more. Inhale through the nose. Hold it. Exhale through the mouth. And that just clears a lot out of you right there energetically. It just clears a lot of negative energy out when you do that. Breath work is so good for you. But of course, that's another thing I was going to say is breath work. And then fasting is another way to unblock your crown chakra, like we talked about. Yoga. And then detoxing, whatever way you do your detox, whether it's with the juices or whether you do like a colonic detox or you do something that is good for your gut and, helps you with alleviating or eliminating a lot of the toxins in your body. Especially drinking more water. Okay. That's definitely going to help clear out a lot of toxins in the body. Chanting. Okay. Saying affirmations. Listening to high frequency meditation music. I love to do that. That's another way. I'll lay in my bed and I'll listen to high frequency meditation music. Like I told you guys, there's high frequency meditation music on all of the major platforms. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music. Just type in, even YouTube right here. You can type in meditation for helping to heal your crown chakra. You can type that in and it'll come up with a meditation and a high frequency sounds that you can use. And so, look for those because they're very helpful. Especially music, Breath work, we just talked about that. Overall healthy eating will help maintain a balance within the body, which will help keep all the chakras aligned, okay? So eating healthy is very crucial. Like I told you guys, go with what you feel is going to help your body the most because you know your body the best, okay? And also letting go of what no longer serves you. Decluttering, like I talked about at the beginning of the video. Letting go of all old beliefs and ideas that no longer serve you. How many times have you come upon maybe or been in a conversation with someone and this happens to me quite a bit now that I'm on this journey, whereas I will start to I will listen in on a conversation or I'll be involved in a conversation with some people, maybe at work or I'll just be overhearing something and I'll start to notice that there are certain patterns of ways of thinking or belief systems that other people are still hanging on to that I have let go of. And I'll just do a smile, inside, I'll be smiling inside because it just makes me feel more free. It makes me feel more at peace that I have been able to, overcome a lot of the old patterns that people have that are still, causing them to have, old ways of thinking and blocks, and keeping them in a state of, like I said, repetitive loops that are negative, just based on the way they think and the way they're allowing themselves to be able to, they're not allowing themselves to be able to clear out a lot of the old thoughts and things like that, and so it causes them to be muddled in their mind. It causes them to be not have clear remembering. They're not able to remember things clearly. They're not able to just get a lot of things done. A lot of times it makes them impaired as far as remembering what they need to be doing next, and and it's just in the way they are talking to themselves. They might say something like, I just hate, this and that, I hate that, or I hate this, and it just is very limiting in the way you think. If you say that over and over again, you have to be very careful how you talk to yourself, especially once you become spiritual. You really need to start thinking about and rethinking how you talk to yourself. Like I told you, how you talk to your body when you look in the mirror. Are you telling yourself that are good, positive things? Are you showing yourself, your body, how much you love it, even though, it might not be the standard for what everybody else thinks looks good? It looks good because it's your body and you are, the one that's living in it. So you need to be able to be grateful and appreciative of your body for keeping you in one piece, keeping you going, keeping you able to move and have, daily functions every day, allowing you to do what you want to do and go where you want to go. Be thankful to your body for that. And just things like that. So many people are so limited as far as what they feel they need to be doing and what they need to look like, or what they need to, how they need to talk or act or dress, or, what they need to do in this life. And it's so far from where, you can be spiritually speaking. It's so far from it. And so I'm just so thankful that, I'm able to really see past a lot of that now. And when I listen to other people, I don't feel the same bondage that they have in terms of feeling weighed down to be, to feel like they need to live up to the pressures of society. That's one of the things that you're going to find on this journey, is that you're going to free yourself more and more. Okay, break free. I'm hearing angels say break free is a series in the playlist section that somebody needs to go check out. So if you're curious about what that is, go to the playlist and check out the Break Free series after you've finished this one. It's really good, you guys. Really good series for letting go of a lot of stuff that you don't need to keep carrying and holding on to anymore. Okay. Also, another way you can heal your crown chakra is to visualize. Do visualization practices. Just sit and start to visualize what you want in your life. Okay, that also connects you with the universe. Being able to make you fully aware of what it is that you want. Write it down. Even if you have problems just visualizing it in your head, write it down, journal it. Start to see how many things that you want in life that are coming to fruition because you're just simply journaling, simply visualizing it, making it happen. You're creating it, you're birthing it in your, in your mind first. And that allows the universe to say, oh, look what she's been able to come and throw out here at us. And we can actually craft that and make it into something for her to be able to use, because this is what she wants. She's attracting it to her because she's, raising her vibration, raising her frequency high enough to where it will match the energy that she needs in order to have that item, or that, that new job, or that new situation that you're looking forward to having in your life. You have to be able to match the frequency first that you want in order to attract whatever it is that you desire. Okay. So, if you're, like I said, if you're still stuck in the loops, the negative pattern loops, the negative thinking loops, you're not going to be able to attract what you want. Okay, that's the law of attraction. If you guys haven't if you don't know what that is, then you should really research that too, because it's really powerful as a way for you to attract what you want out of life. Okay, none of us should feel like we are limited in this existence, and limited in any area. You are a spiritual being. You are multidimensional. You have gifts, you have abilities, you have so much of a wealth of ability to be able to attract what you want and create the life that you want. There's no excuse for you to still be stuck. Okay, you have all of it within you. You have, and if you don't have it, then you need to go and find it and research it. Okay, so just know that you can research whatever it is that you are looking to change in your life. There's so many resources out there. There's, like I said, YouTube, Quora, Instagram, lots of different places where you can find information on what you need and how you can change things that you want to change in your life. If you want to be more abundant, if you want to be, if you want to travel more, if you want to start a practice, if you want to start a channel, a YouTube channel, there's so many resources out there that can help you to get you encouraged and motivated. Listen to motivational speakers. Listen to the people who've done things, that have that you want to do. See what they did and how they started. That's how they started out. Get to know the process, get to know the process, and then trust the process. Trust the process when you're going through it. Especially if there's something that you need to get certified for or get, trained on so that you can become a practitioner in a certain field, do what you got to do. Dedicate yourself to the journey. Trust the process, and you'll start to see things unfolding within your journey and manifesting within your journey. Okay. Another thing you can do to help heal your crown chakra is use essential oils. You can use those all over your body. You can use them as ways to, like I said, I use lavender oil a lot of times, and I'll just rub it in the palm of my hands and breathe it in, and it really helps me when it comes to relaxing and feeling more calm. But also when you're using a diffuser, that can help too if you have a diffuser. Sit in nature and listen to nature sounds. That's another really good one. Really good one. Again, grounding is going to help you with your opening up your crown chakra as well. They go hand in hand, okay? Listen to nature sounds and then also practice gratitude. That's very important. Gratitude is the best attitude. I've heard someone say that. I don't know who said that first, but it's been something I've held on to for a long time, and it's helped me in so many ways. Being thankful for everything you have now attracts more into your life that you want, okay? And it is true. Being thankful does attract what you want and what you need, okay? So always practice gratitude. Always say what you're thankful for. Journal it. Write it down, okay? I'm a big fan of journaling, okay? The one thing that I do want to stress, though, is that you do nothing for 20 minutes each day, okay? That is a really huge way to sit in silence and let your mind flow, and that will connect you with your higher self, because you're going to start to hear things and see things with what? Your third eye when you're doing this, because you're sitting in meditation and just silence. Sitting in silence for 20 minutes every day. Now, this is actually something you really do need to do without music or without anything else, because when you allow your mind to flow in silence, you allow thoughts to come in, and then you allow yourself to connect with your angels and spirit guides as well, and they can actually get through and talk to you, okay? So, and Father, Mama, and Creator, Source, will be able to speak to you in such a way where you can, really benefit from it. And it can be, a really surprising thing when you first hear, a spirit talking to you, or, an angel giving you some words of advice. It can be really, an amazing thing when you first hear that during your silence. But it does happen. And so the only way you're going to actually hear or see or experience these things is if you allow yourself to totally relax your mind and allow your thoughts to flow freely in silence for 20 minutes every day. And that is something, that is just invaluable. I mean, I can't tell you guys enough how much that is super, super precious on this journey, and that will help you a lot. Okay? So I just want to leave you guys with that, and just let you know that, like I said, this is such kind of emotional for me, because this is the last video in this series, and I have struggled with this a little bit, getting it done, as far as, having the time sometimes, and, sometimes not having the energy, or, we've been going through this retrograde or whatever it is. Like I told you guys, I don't know astrology too well, but I know something's going on that's causing us to have a lot of, heavy, dense energy around, and, making us very tired. So I just want to say I thank you guys. I love you so much for joining me and being here with me, encouraging me just from your presence. Your energetic presence is so welcome. So I'm so thankful for it, and I hope that we can continue in the future to be able to connect like this. Whether you are clicking the subscribe button or liking the video or sharing it or making a comment, I love it. I love all of it. I definitely am so thankful for all of it. And I just am looking forward to my 1 year anniversary here on Twin Flame Musical Therapy in the next couple weeks. I've been putting posts and shorts out on that to let you guys know that there will be guest speakers. I'm super excited about that. I want you guys to join me for this. So please, if you haven't subscribed already, do so now so you'll know when the next videos will be coming, and you'll know when the celebration is happening, okay? So it's kind of a surprise because I'm going to be sharing things about my own personal twin flame journey. You guys know, I have a twin flame, and like I told you, there's a lot of things that you guys don't know still about my journey, but I do have some requests to make another celebrity twin flame video that will help with recognizing some of the signs that you get if you're in a celebrity twin flame situation or connection. So that is something I'm going to do next. Okay, so I look forward to doing that for you guys and for the celebration and just some really amazing things coming up. But I also would love to hear what you guys want to hear on this channel. Okay, I would love to know what it is that you guys would like to see in terms of music wise, in terms of whether you want to see more like features, or if you would like to see collaborations. Tell me what it is you'd like to hear or see on this channel, and I will definitely be able to work from what you guys give me in the comment section. Okay, I love it. I love getting comments and seeing what you guys are wanting from this channel. So please do so. All right, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for this series. I say thank you for the series because your energy and your just our collective energy together has allowed me to feel what the collective needs, and this is one of those things that I felt we needed as a collective. And so I just want to say thank you guys for this series, and I want to say thank you for being here with me, helping me heal as well on this journey. All right, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you click the subscribe button and like the video if it's helped you. Bye.